नमामि शमीशान निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम् शमीशान निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं निजं निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहं चिदाकाशमाकाशवासं भजेऽहम्
नमामि शमीशान ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम्
न जानामि योगं जपं नैव पूजां नतोऽहं सदा सर्वदा शम्भुतुभ्यं जराजन्म दुःखौघतातप्यमानं प्रभो पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो
नमामि शमीशान निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम्
रुद्राष्टकमिदं प्रोक्तं विप्रेण हरतोषये ये पठन्ति नरा भक्त्या तेषां शम्भुः प्रसीदति।
Om Shanti. So today's topic is the power of less. So we live in a world where more often than not, more is better. So we are after more money, more clothes, bigger house, big car, gadgets, and everything should be more and more. Since childhood, we have been taught to have more. So today we'll see the power of less. Because after having everything even, we are not satisfied. We are not happy. We have everything. Bigger house, big car, luxury, gadgets, everything. Still we are not happy. Why? Why we are not happy instead of having everything? Anyone? Or desire or more? Okay. So how to use this power of less? Okay. Go back to inside. So when we take a lesson of our Gyan, knowledge, the first lesson is to know yourself, the soul. And at that moment we came to know that we are not this body. Means we are not this more and bigger things. We are just a small tiny soul, a spark of light. So the first lesson is to be less, to utilize the power of less, the small, the inner things, the things which is not visible even. And we are just looking for more and more in material things. So there is one funny scene of a rich gentleman. He wakes up and he goes to washroom and he finds there is no water. So he came out from his house and he took a chopper and he went to riverside and he took a bed there, and he also kept his hair dryer, but at riverside there was no electricity, so he could not use that. So what he did, he used his chopper's wing fan to dry his hair. So if you have more, you can waste or you can use in anything, but how to utilize this power of less, we will see this. We will focus on 2 key points today. As mentioned here, the first is identify the essential, and the second is eliminate the rest. These 2 key points, we'll see multiple points, but everything surrounded by these 2 key points. And as we are working on power of less, so these 2 key points we have to remember. After this class, everyone should remember these 2 key points. So there is one book, The Power of Less, by Leo Babauta, and we'll start with his story. He says, we live only a few years ago, I was over my head in debt with a work schedule that rarely allowed me to see my family and had me stressed to maximum levels every day. I was overweight and unhealthy. I was eating fried and fatty and salty and greasy foods every day. I wasn't exercising and I was a smoker. I was unhappy at work and going nowhere fast. My life was complicated and I didn't have time for the things I loved. So what he did? So I made a choice. I decided to simplify. I decided to make positive changes in his life. It started with quitting smoking. So he has multiple things to work on, but he started just small things, one habit. What was that? Quitting smoking. I focused on that first, and only that I poured all of my energy into the one goal. And an amazing thing happened. That focused energy allowed me to break through the initial barriers of quitting, which I had failed at numerous times before. So instead of focusing all the habits, he had to work on many things, but instead of focusing everything, he just started with one thing, quitting the smoking. Quit the smoking. So what happened? He used to quitting, the habit of quitting. Like I have to leave this habit. Beating that barrier helped inspire me to new goals and habits, and I used the same method on each one. So he got one method, how to quit, and that method he utilized for to get rid of other habits, other bad habits as well. So I used the same method on each one. I had focused all of my energy and attention on that one challenge, and that barriers would break down. I'd focus on one goal at a time. I call it my one goal and not try to accomplish everything at once. So by working on less, we can get rid of everything, or you can say more. We have also seen one topic in Satyam Shivam Sundaram series, episode 74, the power of less. So we will revise the points of that also. later on. So we'll see one example to understand how the power of less works. So there is two reporters who work at newspaper, and one goes for a multiple articles in a week or in a day, and one decide to have just one article in a week. So what will be the difference in result of both reporters? If one is focusing on multiple articles for a day or for a week, he just find small news and small information, and he just bring it that. And one is just focus on one information, one article at a time for a whole week. He just spend in that one article or one information. So what would be the difference in both reporters' news? Yes, quality and depth of clarity. Yeah. Okay, accuracy. So he can if he is concentrating on one particular topic, so he can be accuracy will be there in that news and that particular things. So what happens with that? One goes for a high volume of article each week, and the other decides to do only one. The reporter writing 30 articles a week scans a vast amount of sources for any little bit of information that's remotely interesting, turning each into a short, quick, and fairly limited article that doesn't get much attention. His editor is pleased by the amount of work he's doing, and he gets rewarded with praise. The first one who is working on multiple articles in a week or in a day, so he get rewarded with praise. The second reporter decides that if he is just going to do one article this week, so he would better make it count. He spends half of the first day researching and brainstorming and thinking until he chooses a high impact story that he knows will knock people's socks off. It will be an article that wins awards. The first was rewarded with praise, but the second one will get awards. He spends 2 days researching it and another couple days writing it and checking the facts. So in that particular article, who spends 1 week, that would be very depth and informative and accurate. So guess what happens? Not only does he produce the best article of the week, but it become an award-winning article, one that readers love and that gets him a promotion and long-term and widespread recognition. He also gets recognition and long-term recognition. So from that article and others like it, he can build a career. So this is the power of less. So we'll see some point how to work on that. So first, the key point is, what is the key point? We'll revise in between. What is the key point? Identify the essential. And second one? So we can use these key points in our day-to-day life, like every day, in all the aspect of what we are doing, like in Madhuban, our day routine, we can utilize this also. Like we start with Amrit Vela. So we have to check, like if I'm, how my Amrit Vela is, what I'm doing in that. It's not like I have to do everything, like Baba said say multiple things to do, like do this, do that, Sakash and everything, but what exactly I can do and I'm enjoying that. First I have to find what I'm actually loving to do and what I'm enjoying and I'm feeling really good in that, so that it will be long term. They say that if it's really your heart speaking or really from inside you, and it's gradual, not very steady, not very fast, but very slow, but gradual, so it will be long run, it will go long run, or it will be long lasting. So the first one was how why less is powerful. So we saw with that example. The second is the art of setting limits. So we have to set limits. Whatever we are doing, we have many things to do. So we have to put a limit in that, like how much I have to do. For example, I have to check my emails or reply on emails. So I'll check how many times I am checking my emails, or how many words or sentence I have to write in reply. So I have to keep limit in that. So they say limitless is trying to excavate an entire acre of land with a single shovel. Limited focus is digging with that same shovel in one spot until you hit water. So which one is important? To get water, right? So instead of focusing on multiple things, just focus on one thing and get the result. So what to set on limit? What exactly we have to set on limits? We have to find, we have to check. So first sit, whenever we are sitting in meditation or simply sitting, so we can check what I am doing whole day and what I have to do in limited way. So what to set on limits and how to set limits, we have to find that. So this is homework to you, to check what to set on limit and how to set limits. The third one is choosing the essential and simplifying. As the key point, choosing the essential and simplifying. So how do you know what's essential? That's the key question. Once you know that, the rest is easy. First we should know what is essential, because what we are thinking that is essential is not exactly. Like if you are feeling that I should have a big house and I should go on a long tour, long trip, and I should have a car, I should have 2 cars, okay, and I should have gadgets and everything, but is that exactly your requirement? So what is our requirement? We want something, right? Everyone wants something. Godly gift, yeah. So we get everything in Satyug also, golden age. But why this time this is not our exact this is requirement? Why Baba says no, this is not your requirement now? Why? Focus? Yeah, shifted. Because this time, if we look for material things, we can't get what exactly we should get in golden age. So we have to focus on non-material things. So we have to get rid of non-essential things. So once you know what's essential, you can reduce your projects, your tasks, your stream of incoming information, your commitments, your clutter. You just have to eliminate everything that's not essential. It's like the old joke, how do you carve a statue of an elephant? How do you carve a statue of an elephant? Just chip away everything that doesn't look like an elephant. Simple. Well, first you have to find what exactly elephants look like. You should know. Then you can carve the statue of elephant. So how to simplifying the personal life. There is some tips. First check what's important. Then examine your commitments. Do less during your days. We keep to-do list, what to do in whole day, and that is really good. But in that we have to find what is exactly what essential to do and what is not, what is most important and what is less important. So prioritize the things I have to do or eliminate if not required. So leave space between tasks or appointments. Eliminate as much as possible from your to-do list. Now slow down and enjoy every task. Whatever we are doing, any task, we should enjoy. It's not like I'm doing any task, any seva or anything I'm doing, but it's like in dull way or forcefully. It's like, okay, this is I have to do, without that I can't leave, or I have to survive. So it should not like that. We should enjoy whatever we are doing. so that it will be more productive. So single task, eliminate stress, create time for solitude. Everyone should find some time for solitude in between your work also. Like even though we are doing seva or anything, we should have some time. We do in traffic control, but not everyone follow that. So do nothing. Sometimes we should be relaxed. Do nothing. You are not machine that you should work. Even machine also need some rest. So we are human being. Sprinkle simple pleasures throughout your day. Practice being present and free up time. Then next is simple focus. Whatever we are doing, we should focus on that things. They say, with the past I have nothing to do, nor with the future. I live in present now. And this is one of the most important thing everyone should focus on. Like, and how to imbibe this can be a virtue, like be in present, live in present. How to imbibe this virtue? How to be in present all the time? How we can practice? Awareness and the focus already we are seeing, yeah. Like how to be in present all the time. It's not like sometimes I'm in present and next time I'm just forgetting it. How to be in present all the time? How to practice? Activities. Yeah. While doing any activity like exercising. Okay, change the things you're doing. Like if you're writing with right hand, then you can write with left hand. So your focus will be there. Your focus will not wander here and there. Next. Challenge. Yeah, something challenging. Yeah, they say that we should work the challenging work, but it should not be too much hectic or stressful. It should be there. Should be challenge. Otherwise, you will like in our work. We just do like this. We don't much pay attention on that because it's our habit. It's our regular routine. But if something is challenging, so we focus on that. So it should be challenging, but it should be not stressful or not too much hard, so that you can enjoy that task or work or anything. So focus on less to become more effective. Focus on one goal in order to achieve it. More on this later. Focus on the task at hand instead of multitasking, and you will be more productive. Focus on the present to reduce anxiety and stress. Focus is your most important tool in becoming more effective. Focus on a goal, focus on now, present. When you eat, just eat. Be aware, be gentle, exercise, daily routine, put up reminders, focus on the task at hand, focus on the positive. These are some points of simple focus. Then next, create new habits and the power of less challenge. So every day we should create new habits to make long lasting improvement. So if you are working on any habits, so it should be like, if I have to wake up for Amrit Vela at I'm waking up by 4, so I have to gradual shift to 3:30 or 3. So it should be very gradual and very slow. It should not like just I'm waking regularly, I'm waking up by 4 and just now I'll wake up by 2 and 1. So it will not work and it will not long last. It can be for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, but not more than that. So just go very slow, just 15-minute shift, 20-minute shift or 10-minute shift. That is also work. So select one habit for the challenge, write down your plan, post your goal publicly, report on your progress daily, celebrate your new habits. Then next, start small. It's not like I have to start a bigger project. I can start with very small, very, very small. As we heard in author's story, that he just started with quitting one habit of smoking. Start new habits in small increment to ensure success. Why starting a small works? It narrows your focus. It keeps your energy and enthusiasm going for longer. It's easier to handle. You ensure success. Gradual change is longer lasting. I had attended one retreat of Tai Chi in Uttarakhand, and there the trainer just said to focus on only three moves and leave remaining, because there was multiple moves, multiple things to do, but he just asked to focus on just three things. He said, before leaving this place, just be with these three, go with these three moves. And it was really interesting to see that just focusing on that three only I could remember all other moves also, because the main key point was that today's Avyakt Muli Baba says you are your ancestor soul. So what is your work? To sustain everyone, every soul in the world. So you are like root. So we have to find the root, we have to find the key point, what is that, and then we can spread to that. So keep it simple. So we have to, and also one very important thing, learn to say no. We are not something to say only yes, yes and yes. Sometimes we have to say no, not because we don't want to do, but we want to do in different way. We want to do in happy mode, not like forcefully and not like in stress. So your list of commitments didn't become overloaded by itself. Those commitments were added to your life one by one because you accepted them. Someone made a request and you said yes, one commitment at a time. So we should be one commitment at a time, you should have. If we have difficulty saying no to request, some tips we can utilize, how, because we sometimes very shy or we feel not comfortable to just deny someone. So we should have some points to how to deal with that. First, be aware. So we should recognize what requests are coming and what I can do or I can enjoy that or not. Consider your short list, be honest, be firm. And we can say like, I wish I could do, but really I don't have time. Just be honest with that. It's not like, no, I will do, but I'll not do. At that time, I'm just not there, not available. It's not like that. I should be very honest in that. If someone is asking to do something, either say yes or no. There is nothing to shy for that. Or so we should be very firm. Say I just can't do right now, and make it clear that you are not open to negotiate and persuasion. If you are not able to do, just say no directly. There is nothing to be sorry in that. Nothing in this world has failed because one person said no to a request. If the need was great enough, another person failed. There's people in queue to fulfill that service or anything. So we have stick with that. No, I can do only. It's not like that. If we will not do, many people are there to do even better than us. So next, declutter your home, workspace. Don't keep anything which you have not used in last 6 months. So anything is, today we'll check all our cupboards or any old things, just remove that. If you have not used in last 6 months, just really either distribute or throw it away if not in use. And next, slow down. Choose work you love. Choose an important task. Make sure it's challenging but not too hard. Find your peak time. Enjoy yourself. Keep practicing. And the last, we'll see some points from previous class which has been done. Less is more. The topic was less is more. So less stuff, more space. Minimalistic way of living. So declutter the things, which is less spending, more money. Less clothes, less confusion, more space. Distribute the old if you have. Less furniture. If less furniture, then more space, more room. Less driving and more walking. Less stress, more sleep. Less hard work. See how people get keep attention on class. No one remember. Less stress, more sleep. Less hard work, more smart work. Less planning. It was in I guess April or May. The class was. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So see how many people are remember the points. Less planning, more doing. Less junks, more healthy. Less digital files, more digital spaces. Less doubting, more trust, more believing. Less ungratefulness and more gratitude. Yeah, right. Less complaining and more appreciating, encouraging. Less talking, more listening. So listen now. Less seeking for name, fame, and glory, and more work on what I am doing on myself. Om Shanti.